The market just hit new all-time highs this week, and I'm here with my friend Joe, and we're going to look through several of your favorite stocks as what's shown over on Reddit, right? We're going to look at the most popular stocks here on Reddit, and then we're going to look at some of your favorites like SoFi, AMD, Nvidia, Microsoft, and others. So let's start with the market. Everything always starts with the market, Joe. We want to make sure that we've got the trend, the signal, and lastly, the market breadth all working in our favor. So looking here, we have a buy signal on the SPY, so that's great. We have a bullish trend. We can see that from a mile away, but we don't quite have the market breadth in place right here. Let's go take a look at market breadth. So looking over here at market breadth, we can see that we've been getting more and more and more sell signals, but on Friday, we did see a nice reversal, right? Not quite crossed over bullish just yet, but it's definitely moving in the right direction.
It's very close. It's very close here, Chris. I'm excited about this coming week. Boy, that's going to cross, and we're going to have some entries.
Yeah, I definitely think that in the next week we'll be putting on some new trades. It certainly is starting to set up like that, and we're also getting more uptrends and less downtrends. Another big market breadth item that we have recently discovered this year. So I'm very excited about that. But for me, I am not going to be taking any trades because the outlier 9 is not going to be lit up on any of these because of market breadth still being crossed down. But that could change as early as Monday. So let's give you some trading ideas for Monday. So first, let's look at Open Door, right? Open Door has been like the latest meme stock. Let's go look at the Open Door chart real quick. Bro, this stock has gone up. How much? How fast? Let's see. Hang on. This has gone up from July to now. It's only gone up 1,400%. Only 1,400%.
Congratulations to all the folks that got in that.
I know, right? And look at this, right? Nearly all 9 here. If we had the market breadth in place, it would be there. So maybe by Monday, it'll be all 9. We got a buy signal here on September 9th. Let's go look at September 9th to now here. I mean, that seems to be like a pretty strong signal if I say so myself, going up that fast. Let's see. It's up 47% in the span of a couple of days. This stock's a monster.
It is. We can see that there's some resistance there. There's a outlier block that we might be concerned about, so we'll have to see.
Oh, great point, right? If we go back, we have mathematically found that outlier blocks that are older than 120 days, 120 calendar days, have a ton of resistance. This one has been here for 1,303 calendar days. It goes back all the way to 2022. So I can guarantee you, those people who are still holding on to Open Door are going to be very, very, very happy to exit at break even when it finally gets back up to this $11 range. So that is a big headwind that it does have in front of it. Yeah. Let's go to the next stock here. Let's go to Tesla. This is always everyone's favorite stock to talk about, right? But Tesla is not set up either, right? Remember, the market breadth is not going to be there, but the sector fear and greed and the sector breadth is not helping either. This is in the discretionary sector. And Joe, you can see how many stocks are bullish in this sector, how many are greedy, and how many are fearful. However, it's actually going down. More and more of the stocks are moving into fear, less and less into greed. And the average fear and greed score has been dropping down from 66, 65, now 65, 87. So it's moving on down. Whereas the fear and greed score for Tesla itself is moving up. And then when we look at the sector down here, we're getting, we might start getting more and more uptrends, but we haven't had that confirmation just yet. So that's Tesla. Let's go to the next one that you might be looking at on Monday. I mean, I wouldn't be buying this one. No way. I mean, Joe, what sticks out to you right away?
Well, it looks like we might have a sell on the stock here. We got a red background. There's a ton of order blocks above it. And we've got this fear and greed on the stock trending down. So there's a lot of signals here that are telling me I should probably wait.
Oh, yeah. Adobe looks like a really, really terrible stock to buy. Right. It's got 5 of 9 that are green. So the sector is actually working for you. The market almost working for you, but the stock itself in a bearish trend with the sell signal, with the fear and greed going down more towards fear. And then it has multiple outlier blocks on top of it if it even does find the bottom and start going back up. So I definitely wouldn't be trading Adobe here. Let's go to the next one. Oracle. Did you know that Larry Ellison is now the world's richest man? He overtook Elon Musk this last week because of Oracle.
I did notice that, and I was quite surprised. I'm also surprised that Tesla is not a technology stock. I just
Mm-mm.
learned that just 5 minutes ago.
No, it's a discretionary stock. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
interesting.
some that would surprise you, like Meta. That's in the communication sector. Did you know that?
Okay, no, did not.
For sure. Um, let's see. So this one here, we've got 8 of 9, and it has a buy signal on Oracle. And I mean, if you're the richest man in the world right now, you're probably pretty happy. You're getting more and more uptrends in the tech sector. And the tech sector fear and greed is growing very, very quickly. And then Oracle's fear and greed is starting to move up as well. Look how high this got over here, by the way. How
Wow.
greedy people got. 96, almost pegged to 100 right there. So Oracle's looking really strong. But you know what else is looking really strong, right? Subscribing to this YouTube channel, right? Because this is where outliers like us save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. We go live twice a day, every day. So be sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's keep going here. We're now into UnitedHealthcare, right? I talked about this earlier this week on the live stream. There's a special place in hell for the people who work at UnitedHealthcare. Like, I mean, legitimately, their business model is built on making sure that they steal money from people and never pay any of it out, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't support a business like that. And if you vote with your wallet, it'll have impact.
yeah, for sure. But it did get a buy signal a while back on August 19th. It's definitely been performing since then. The stock itself is lit up all green across the board here, but the healthcare sector, not so much, right? It's getting more and more greedy in the stock, but the average fear and greed score moving down, and we don't quite have the bullish crossover yet over on United Healthcare. Let's move on to the next one here. Nvidia, one of everybody's favorite stocks to trade, Nvidia. I wouldn't be touching this one right now. I mean, look at the stock data, right? Has a bearish trend, a sell signal, fear and greed is going down, and the outlier blocks. It's got an outlier block right on top of it right here. And I think a lot of people are really frustrated by this, right? Nvidia is supposed to always go up, Joe.
Yeah. There's times when you should get into a stock, and there's times when you should hold, and there's times when you should not be in that stock. So at this point, there's just so many signals saying this is not one you want to be holding. It's not poised to go up. It's not in the right trend for an outlier.
No, for sure not. It could change, right? Of course, anything can change.
Mhm.
But as of right now, Friday afternoon, looking into what we can expect on Monday, I don't expect a whole lot coming out of Nvidia, nor out of Microsoft. Again, bearish trend on Microsoft with a sell signal. You can see just how far back that sell signal goes. October 14th, so nearly an entire month by the time you're watching this. The fear and greed's been going down as well. And it does have an outlier block on top of it. It might have at least 2% space. That's my rule of thumb right there is 2% space. So another one that not too long ago seemed like it was impenetrable. Microsoft, not looking so hot here. But let me you're probably asking yourself at this point, what is outlier and how does it work, right? Old Uncle Warren used to say, be fearful when others are greedy, greedy when others are fearful. Outlier shows you if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy and by how much, allowing you to get into the stock before the outlier move happens. Now, if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, it's just 3 easy steps. Step 1, go to outlier.com, grab the annual pass for just 82 cents a day. And if you're on the monthly plan, you can upgrade and save 64% off. Start using the Outlier 9. Joe and I are showing you exactly how to do that. And now it's so easy. It just pops up on the screen for you. It's like it's already done. Start using the Outlier 9 as step 2. And then step 3 is just sit back and relax because you just found the easiest way to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. So let's go to the next stock. Robinhood. Robin the Hood. This is I want to look at the Robinhood chart real quick. This is one of those stocks that has been just in an absolute huge move for a long time. Had a consolidation, had a pullback, and might be on its next run starting right here. So let's take a look. We have a buy signal. It's getting more and more greedy, but the sector's not helping it, right? And I like to say that 40% of the market is, 40% of the stocks moves due to the market, 30% due to the sector, and only the last 30% due to the stock itself. So it's got most of the market. This might be crossed by Monday. It's got all of the stock. So it's got about 70% of the move set up there. But we need that fear and greed to change. And we need that fear and greed to cross over on the number of buy signals before the sector is a really appealing sector to me. What do you think, Joe?
I was noticing on the other chart there, it looks like we broke through resistance as well. So, like you're
Mhm.
saying, if this sector sets up and we get that market breadth cross, this could be a contender for next week.
Yeah. Robinhood looks really, really sharp, but it needs the sector to pull through. Let's go to the next one. SoFi, another one in the financial sector. I want to go look at the SoFi chart real quick because this one, that is a beautiful chart. This is what a big, beautiful trend looks like. Look, at like no point in time are you seeing these moving averages cross down, right? This is what everybody looks for, but it makes me nervous, Joe. It reminds me of what's called a 50-80 rule. When you see a stock that has a big, beautiful move like this, and it feels like one of those meme stocks. Listen, there's lots of SoFi bros out there who are going to tell me it's going to change the future of finance. But let's be real here. This is totally a meme stock.
Yeah.
If we have the 50-80 rule happen, and it's an if, 80% of the time, it's going to go down by 50%. And 50% of the time, it's going to go down by 80%. If you don't believe me, we were just doing this on the live stream not too long ago. SMCI, one of those stocks that you would think could never go down when it was rolling up like this, when it had a huge, huge, giant, big, beautiful trend, went down by 80%.
Mhm.
So it is real. The 50-80 rule is real. Could it happen to SoFi? I don't know, but I'm sure you're going to leave me a comment. I'm sure you're going to leave me a comment to tell me how I'm so wrong. It's not the future of finance. Blah 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 blah.
Well,
But
let's just remember, if it does take a trend down, you don't have to buy it all the way down. You don't have to lock your money up. You can wait till it's breaking back up.
well said, Joe. You want to buy stocks as they're crashing up, not as they're crashing down. And let's discuss real quick how we can see that trend. Right? You just need three moving averages. Do you know what they are, Joe?
I do. The blue line on your screen here happens to be the 10 EMA. The black happens to be the 20 EMA, and the red is the 50 EMA. And
That's right.
as soon as we see the blue line cross the black line, we know that the immediate trend has changed and it's going in the wrong direction.
Exactly. So when the 10 is over the 20, price is over the 50, that is a mathematical bullish uptrend. You can't argue with me because it is just math and the price moving up. But when the 10 goes under the 20 and price goes under the 50, that is a bearish trend. And you can see exactly what those two types look like. Now, here's the other thing, too, right? Even though this has been in a big, beautiful uptrend, not every time the 10 crosses over the 20, price crosses over the 50, will it result in a big, beautiful trend like this. But every time there's a big, beautiful trend like this, that's exactly how it started. It's a 10 over 20, price over 50. So you'll either be left behind or you'll be getting in and getting right back out. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with getting in and out of a stock that isn't working out for you. Let's go to the next one. Maybe AMD will work out for you this time, Joe. But I don't know if it will. All right, we're looking at it today. It's got a sell signal. Look at the greed has plummeted. Greed has been in the actually, let me zoom out a little bit. AMD is one of my favorite stocks to pick on because there's so many AMD bros, and it was in such an obvious downtrend for so long. Got a buy signal here on May 5th. The trend crossed over on May 7th, and then it went up like 100% from that point. And you can see just how fast the greed grew all the way up. It never even slowed down for months. That was from May until it peaked in August. And since then, boy, that greed has gone out hard and fast, right? People can't wait to offload AMD. Now, of course, I'm going to get tons of AMD hate in the comments. That's just how it goes. So go ahead and leave a comment down below. Tell me how wrong I am. But we were in a bearish trend on it. We got a sell signal. The fear and greed is plummeting. And it does have the sector working for it. It does have the sector working for it. Let's take a look at the chart right here. Remove 9 drawings. I mean, it does have some room up to this order block up here. That's what it's trying to tell you right here. It's got over 2% room, but that's not good. That is one hella strong outlier block, right? The very first time, Joe, that it ever came up into this, what happened?
It was rejected. It started heading back down towards that support, that light blue line, that support line.
It got rejected hard.
Yeah.
And where we come from, there's a very technical specific term for that. That stock got monkey hammered. It got monkey hammered right here. So if you're an AMD shareholder and you see it come back up in this area around 177 to 187, be very, very cautious because there are sellers sitting and waiting to take your money as it goes down. Let's go to the next one here. We've got 3 left. Actually, we already did Hood. Let's do Palantir. So we have 2 left. Palantir. Another one of those stocks that people said couldn't ever go down, did go down, but it's recovered. It's recovered. As of today, it now has a bullish trend, right? It had a bearish trend for a minute, hit a bottom around the 50-period EMA, has recovered, and now has a bullish trend going. So this will flip on Monday to green. Doesn't have a buy signal just yet. Still sitting on that sell signal. Outlier block is up here around 184. Again, look for that resistance that could happen right there. But the tech sector is going to help it, and maybe by Monday you'll have the breadth coming with it as well. So Palantir doesn't look all that bad. It really doesn't. If we can get a flip on the breadth and a flip on the signal right here, Palantir may be a beautiful setup for Monday. It really, really could, especially with this pullback right here. But we'll have to see. What do you think about Palantir?
I think it has some promise. I'm just going to throw a warning out there that if you're going to get into it and your plan is telling you to get into it, make sure your plan is telling you when you're going to get out, because all stocks are cyclic. You might hit that resistance. You might get a signal to get out, and you better take it.
That's a great point. You better take that signal and get out. Know where you're going to get out before you get in. That is a real key trading term that I think a lot of people don't understand the value of having that plan in place, like treating your account like a professional fund manager, right? I know where I'm going to get in. I know how much I'm going to get in with. I know where I'm going to get out, and I'm going to execute it flawlessly, because that's what a professional fund manager does. And if you are watching this video, you should treat your account like a professional fund manager. Let's go to our last stock up here, Joe. It is HIMS. Man, people loved HIMS for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We got a buy signal. Right. This one's almost set up. I could potentially see this one flipping over on Monday, right? We got the breadth coming through. We don't have the fear and greed moving in our direction, though. This is in the staple sector. We have the trend of the stock. We've got a buy signal that just came through on Friday. The fear and greed on the stock is rising, and no outlier blocks, at least that we can see. Let's double check over here. It's got some room up to 60. That's where the first area of support, first area of resistance will be. But dude, this stock was up 7% today. Big move right as that buy signal came through. So HIMS could be setting up, but of course, make sure that you're watching what the sector is going to do, because the sector will give you 30% of that move. So Joe, hey man, thanks for joining us for this Sunday video, getting ready for the week. Lots of cool stuff coming through. And if somebody were to look to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, what do you think they should do?
They could click one of these videos right up
One of those 2 videos? It's a great idea. Thanks for coming today, and we'll talk soon.
Talk soon.